Miami.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
You see?
Yeah.
Muchos años.
Muchos años.
Muchos años.
10 años ya.
Sí.
Acaba de cumplir. You
I
just
know.
turned 10.
Just turned 10 years. I know. I did a special post for me with your picture there because I was like, this is so special. You know what I mean? And then that marks like my career as well. Like.
Well, that movie changed my life. That's why I'm working here in the U.S.
I know.
All right. Move this a little bit higher.
Amazing. Okay, perfecto.
Ready? See it?
Yep.
Okay, Jana N Nagase. Hola Eugenio.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien, muy
Muy bien.
contento.
También muy contenta. Thank you so much for your time. Pleasure to talk to you again. 10 years ago, we were like talking about Instructions Not Included. Now we are talking about Radical, another amazing movie.
Thank you.
Yes, I love it. I cry, I laugh. It was very touching.
It has everything. It's like a roller coaster, right? You laugh, you cry, you get angry, you cry again. It's very touching.
It's very touching. What was about like the script was about Sergio that they wanted you to play this character, this amazing character.
Well, the reporter who made the article, well, first of all, it's based on a true story. And I remember that it was in 2012, I was still living in Mexico, and I saw all over the news that they were talking about this girl from Matamoros who was considered by the Wired magazine in the US the next Steve Jobs. And I was shocked. How come? I mean, what happened there? They didn't explain a lot. They just said she's considered in the US like a genius. So years later, when I moved to the US and I was already producing my films, the original reporter came to us to sell us the rights for a movie. And I remember the story, and I was like, yeah, I want to tell that story, because you know, you constantly see stories, especially from Latin America or Mexico, that are negative. You constantly see the news and watch violence and the narcos and everything, but nobody talks about the good people like Sergio, who is in a daily basis trying to change, literally trying to change the world from his bubble. And he did an amazing job. In just 1 year, changed these kids' lives. I don't want to spoil the story, but it's an amazing method that he found to teach kids, and I think a lot of countries should reply his method.
Yeah, and then he just discovered a genius there, like Paloma. Did you have a chance to talk to her, to the actual Paloma?
I had a chance to talk to the real Sergio, to the real teacher, and to the real Paloma. The real Paloma is just graduating from college, la universidad, college. It's in a few months. So first time ever in his family and friends, and I think in his entire town, someone gets so far. But she's amazing. She's great. She's a genius, and we are all happy to tell her story to the world.
Yeah, and to find the perfect young actors to play Paloma, they're amazing. I spoke to them as well, with Jennifer, Mia, and Danilo. What was like the fun to be with them on set?
It was very interesting. The way, well, I learned a while ago, since I was shooting Instructions Not Included, I've been working a lot with kids, and the way you need to work with them, it's completely different. They can't get into the emotion when you say action. So you need to work with them in a different way. So I have learned a lot. So between Chris, the director, and I, we were like, every time they were not getting there, I was like, Chris, just keep rolling. I'll do some magic here. And then in the editing room, we'll get to the point where we need. So it was really interesting working with them. They are not professional actors. That's something that Chris wanted, the director wanted, you know, fresh kids that are not like overacting or doing broad stuff. They're really natural because they are not professional actors.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. They had so much fun because as we spoke, and then they love you. They love Christopher as well.
Well, you know what? I learned also that when you're working with kids, it's a 24/7 job. You need to be their friend all the time, not just on screen. Actually, it's more work off screen than on screen, because you have to be like constantly playing with them and making jokes, keep them entertained. So when you are shooting the scene, you're already his friend.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, as you said, the story is about like the good people that we have in Latin America, you know, and like talking to Sergio, and what did you like the most surprise you about him, like the sentiment that he had to help these kids?
I was talking to him and I was shocked about a lot of things. First of all, I remember that we were shooting and I asked him, well, now what are you doing? Where are you teaching? I guess that after the article came out, things changed. And he was like, yeah, a lot of private schools came up to me and offered me, a better salary, better conditions, moved to another more comfortable place. But I didn't want to. I felt that they need me more here in the same school than in any other place. So he's still teaching in the same school and the same grade. And that was impressive, because that place is hell. And he knows that. And he told me, yeah, I know this is one of the worst probably places to work as a teacher, but here's where they need me more. So he's like, I told him, you should be a priest instead.
Yeah, right. But those are the superheroes that we have, like the real ones.
He's a real superhero. I mean, I'm always making the joke that this is the first Mexican superhero movie. This is a real one. But he's amazing. He really wants to teach kids. He started this method because he was tired of watching kids quitting in the middle of the year or getting bored, and he realized that he needed to change something. So he started to do some changes here and there, of course against the rules, but it was amazing that everything worked out amazing. From one year to the other, an entire group went from being the worst evaluated group nationwide to being the one of the best groups nationwide, the entire classroom. So it's amazing.
See, it's fantastic. And also, like, for you preparing to play him, how was like your biggest challenge?
When you are playing someone that existed, it's a great challenge always. You need to be really accurate. But when you have to play someone that's still alive, it's very threatening. It's scary. I remember I was one day, of course I worked with him previously, but one day I was shooting and somebody came up to me and was like, Sergio just arrived. And I was like, where is he? He's in the monitor watching you. I was like, no, please. It was very intimidating. But on the other hand, when you have the person you're portraying with you, you can ask him everything. So I found it very useful because I could ask him everything about his character. I didn't want to play something that was not real. And he was coaching me all the time. I did this, I did that. This is the kind of relationship I had with the kids. So what you see on screen is really accurate.
And what we can do as a community, as a Latino community here in the U.S. or in the world, to help like promote this type of movies, like to, you know what I mean? Because you need to have more stories like this, right?
Well, first of all, this is a small movie, independent movie. So please, word of mouth. Because if this movie makes money, we're going to be able to tell more stories like this one. If not, everything's about money in this industry, so they will say, this kind of movies, it doesn't work, so not anymore. And I think this is an amazing story that will change probably education in, I don't know, Mexico, Latin America, or India, Africa, but because this could happen in a lot of parts of the world. So education, it's a worldwide problem. So just word of mouth, go watch it. You're gonna have a lot of fun. It won the Sundance Film Festival. It won the Mill Valley Film Festival. It's been winning already 3 festivals. So it's really an entertaining, touching, good movie.
Sí, estamos muy felices. Te quería agradecer por su tiempo, por estar aquí con nosotros. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Muito obrigada.
Gracias.
And
Muito obrigado.
Os brasileiros te love you too.
Thank you. I want to go to Brazil. I don't know Brazil.
See, you should go
I
soon.
know.
Soon.
I know. I will. Promise.
Thank you.
Gracias.
¡Órale, apúrense!
Yo no voy a decidir lo que van a aprender. Eso lo van a decidir ustedes. Puede ser lo que sea, ¿eh? Lo que sea.
Pero ¿cómo vamos a sacar buenas calificaciones?
¿Qué importan las calificaciones?
¿Habían tenido una clase así antes?
Nunca había tenido un maestro así.
Señor Juárez, este lugar. A nadie le importa un carajo lo que pasa aquí. ¿Usted pidió venir aquí? ¿Para qué?
Pues, solo quería probar algo distinto.
No vaya a patear el avispero, ¿ok?
No, ¿cómo creo que? No.
¿Pero odia la escuela? ¿Qué pasó?
Hay un profesor que él hace las cosas diferentes.
No son bancas, son botes salvavidas.
¡Sálvenlo! ¡Vamos!
¿Qué va a hacer después? ¿Convertir el patio en un salón de clases?
¡Rotación! ¡Todos! ¡Movimiento de rotación!
Nada ha cambiado en la educación en los últimos 100 años. Pero resulta que estos niños son bien abusados.
¿Tú crees que yo podría ser ingeniero aeroespacial?
Lo que cada uno de ustedes necesita, ya lo tienen. Potencial.
Señor Juárez, estoy muy inquieto por el hecho de que he recibido varias quejas de que los niños no están preparados.
A ver,
Te pedí que no patearas el avispero. ¿Y qué hiciste tú?
Quisiera darte el mundo entero.
¿Quieres aprender de los libros? ¿Quieres aprender de la vida?
La luna, el cielo, el sol y el mar.
Usted manda a estos niños disparados como cohetes al espacio, metiéndole todas esas ideas en la cabeza,
Regalarte las estrellas.
recordándole lo que no pueden tener, lo que no pueden ser.
En una caja de cristal.
No, te lo suplico, no la abras.
tienes que decidir qué dirección quieres que siga tu vida.
Llevarte al espacio sideral.
No importa cuánta tierra nos avienten. A mí dígame lo que quiera, pero no tiene por qué hablarle así a los niños. Nos vamos a sacudir, la vamos a usar y vamos a ser los mejores estudiantes del mundo. Usted me preguntó que por qué vine aquí. Ya no quiero perder más niños. Ni uno más.
Llevarte al espacio sideral.
If you like this video, don't forget to comment, to like and subscribe to our channel right here.